this?
I trust you.
What's up, honey?
Hey,
How's the meat? Carne asada. Num num nums.
what are you doing?
Putting lime on the meat.
You're just wasting limes. You're supposed to put the limes on your finished tacos.
Yo, welcome back to the channel, gang. Today's compilation took me on a ride I was not fully ready for. Like always, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Now let's get it.
Welcome to 2025, where now country concerts are demonic. This is the Zac Brown Band. I've never heard of them, but they recently just played at the Sphere. Now, I don't know if this is some type of initiation to go mainstream or even to play at the Sphere, but people said they literally felt like they were getting dragged through the gates of hell. This concert starts off with a little boy inside of a red door in his bed. I'm not sure who this is supposed to resemble, maybe the lead singer or something. After this, they take you through a jungle or woods with portals everywhere. And then after that, you see the boy in front of the red door, but now it's on fire. And this literally looks like the door to hell, because after this, it starts to get really dark. You see this really big skeleton, and there's flames around him in this big kingdom, and he's wearing this crown. And then eventually you're gonna see that the lead singer is wearing that same crown, and then things start getting a little crazy. Just notice at the very end, you start to see the fallen angel. I'm not sure if this is supposed to represent Lucifer himself, but there's a lot of symbolism here, and you can watch it back and see what you can pick out. But I've never seen a country concert be this demonic in my entire life.
I think whoever went to that concert should ask for a refund based on emotional distress, because country music is not like how it used to be.
This newly resurfaced US Air Force study from 1990 titled Electric Propulsion Study, it contains technical statements that directly contradict the mainstream institutional dismissal of one of the most controversial ideas in aerospace energy propulsion history, the Byfield-Brown effect. For decades, this effect has been brushed off by academic physics as a misunderstanding. The public explanation has always been that if you see a high voltage asymmetric capacitor producing thrust, that it's actually just ion wind, meaning that the device is just pushing against the surrounding air like a highly inefficient electrostatic fan. Nothing exotic, nothing gravitational, just a quirky misinterpretation of basic physics. But the Air Force's internal study tells a very different story. It places the Byfield-Brown configuration at the top of its list of legitimate propulsion candidates, the kind that could genuinely reshape aerospace capabilities forever. So in order to really understand the significance of this, we need to step back and explain who Townsend Brown actually was. In the 1920s, Thomas Townsend Brown claimed to have discovered that high voltage capacitors could produce thrust in a direction that did not depend on ionized air, but instead seemed to be connected to gravity itself. Brown believed that electrical energy stored in asymmetric capacitor plates could interact with the gravitational field. The effect became known as the Byfield-Brown effect, after Brown and his mentor, Dr. Paul Byfield. Although Brown demonstrated these forces repeatedly, mainstream science insisted it was all explainable via ionized air currents, nothing more than gases being pushed around by electric fields. But here's the twist. The Air Force's 1990 study doesn't treat the effect as ion wind at all. Instead, it evaluates the underlying physics as a real, potentially gravitational phenomenon, deserving of serious military research. So that's the first crack in the facade. This document doesn't just validate Brown's curiosity, it endorses an entire class of phenomena that most of academia either ignores or outright denies. It proposes in a formal research context that electrical charge and mass may be interconvertible. Now, what that really means is that they are suggesting by rapidly modulating the energy stored in a capacitor, you can produce tiny but genuine fluctuations in mass. Mass, the thing that gives objects inertia and weight, could be dynamically manipulated by the timed application of electric fields.
We're all being watched 24/7, and this is how they're doing it. This is Titan Point in the middle of New York City. Like, they're not even trying to hide it anymore. And it's just the most unhuman looking building ever. No windows, no lights, just these massive vents that go all the way around it. Everyone on the streets walks by it like it doesn't even exist. At night, it goes completely dark, disappearing from view like it's actually not even there. But what is it? Why does it look like some evil villain's fortress, some dystopian looking monument straight out of Dune? The official story is that it's an AT&T phone line building that was built in the 70s. And for the most part, that's what it is. Millions of calls are routed through its servers every day. But these are some of the few images of the inside of the building that exist, which were all taken in the 90s. Apparently, people aren't even supposed to be inside of it. And it's designed to run almost entirely remote, completely empty of human beings. Just cold, calculated machines running a pretty dark operation. Because Edward Snowden exposed what this building is really doing. This guy right here, if you remember him, huge NSA whistleblower who's been hiding in Russia for like over 10 years because the government's literally after him. Well, in some of his leaked documents, they're talked about a central surveillance hub in the middle of New York City that was run by AT&T, codenamed Titan Point, a building that used a very specific type of technology called 4ESS switches. And the only building that's in New York City run by AT&T and uses 4ESS switches is this one right here. And for the most part, it is a data routing center for phone calls, internet, and satellite communications. But the leaked documents reveal that there's a hidden room in this building called the SCIF, Sensitive Compartmented Information Facility, which basically acts as a wiretap room that duplicates all the data that passes through the building and sends it directly to the NSA, the National Security Agency run by the US government, who use an internal search engine called X-Keyscore that allows them to search up any information that passes through this building, making this building a massive spy center for all your private phone and internet data hidden in plain sight. Its address is also 33 Thomas Street, and if you don't know what 33 means, this is not the video for that. But hey, if you don't live in the New York region, surely your private data is safe, right? Nope, because there are at least 8 other hubs like these across the US that are used by the NSA for the very same purpose. In LA, San Francisco, Seattle, Chicago, Washington, DC, all run by AT&T. Creepy, dystopian looking buildings with little to no windows that don't look like they were made for humans, but for machines that are slowly replacing our human workforce. Makes you wonder if this is the direction that buildings and city skylines of the future are headed in, all run by cold, calculated programs with no regard for privacy or human values, watching every move you make. Things are getting pretty 1984 out here.
If those data centers have no windows just to maximize security, imagine how many interviews and background checks you gotta go through just to get a job there.
I mean, if you read the book, you'll be like, haha, transitioning from Disney to this was easy. I don't know, getting molested from your 6 to your 14 seems like way harder circumstances, or being physically abused all the time seems like a much more difficult situation than have paparazzi following you since you were 12. I don't know. I was still being molested when paparazzi were still following me. So it's pretty hard in my mind to think about these big flashlight photographs and everyone thinking they know me and talking about me, but having no idea the type of mistreatment that I was still dealing with at that time, that everyone around me saw and did not.
I think some celebrities get to a point where they just have to release all the secrets and emotions they've been bottling up. I have no idea what this is, but based on the way it's changing directions, there's no way this is the fireball. But if you have a clue what this is, drop in the comments.
I started following a robot at the market today making beeping noises. I thought maybe it's sanitizing a taking temps for COVID. I stood in front and it went around me. Anyone know what it does?
This looks like a cleaner robot that's about to be the new janitor. I've never been to France, but hopefully their roads have no potholes because instead of building something like this, their money is better served in something productive.
Man on the Tucker Carlson show shows what the crown of thorns actually looked like and felt like.
This is the crown of thorns. This is the helmet of thorns. This was not a wreath, Tucker. This was not like a sweatband you wore around your forehead. They fashioned this diabolical crown of thorns, these Bethlehem thorns that when they dry, they're as sharp as nails. You can feel that. I mean, it pricks your finger right to the touch. And they ram this on Jesus's head. And I want you to let this set in because there's 50 puncture wounds on the head, both the forehead, the top, and the back of the head of the crucified man of the shroud. 50 puncture marks. And so you can imagine.
And that's all detectable on the shroud?
Right on the shroud. You can see the back of the head, all of the blood pooling in the back of the head from this crown of thorns being rammed on his head. So Jesus has 700 scourge marks, and then they slam this on his head. And this is where Pilate brings Jesus before the Jewish mob. And this is where we hear in the Latin, ecce homo, behold the man, Pilate says. And he's bloodied. How does he even stand? We don't know. His love compelled him to stay standing on our behalf. And this is the point. You imagine seeing a man in this state. He will very quickly be dead. And it's not enough for the crowd. They begin to yell, crucify him, crucify him, crucify him.
Demons.
And this is where Pilate.
What the Lord went through for me and you, even when we were still deep in our sin. The love that he had tops anything in this world. Anything in this world. Put God first, ladies and gentlemen. That's what he did with you.
If this was the actual crown of thorns that was placed on Jesus' head, I don't think our hands are worthy enough to touch it. Either this is Yao-Man or someone taller dressed in his costume, or this might actually be a real creature.
Sup, honey?
Hey.
How's the meat?
Carne asada. Num num nums.
What are you doing?
Putting lime on the meat.
You're just wasting limes. You're supposed to put the limes on your finished tacos.
I'm pretty sure I've seen El Pollo Loco commercials where they're using lime on the meat while it's on the grill.
Why would you squeeze limes on a hot grill? It just evaporates.
Okay, so it's just a myth, huh? It's Mexican folklore that you use lime on carne asada while it's on the grill? That's not a thing?
No, that's not a thing.
They literally have lime on the packaging.
And is the meat on a grill?
It's not it is cooked already, but they're bad. Fine. I'm putting lime on my part of the meat, and yours won't have any lime. You'll just have bland carne asada.
I will add the lime to my finished tacos.
Well, fine. You do it however you want. I'm gonna watch baseball.
It's one thing to argue with the family member, but to argue with the virtual character might be a cold red situation.
Good evening, godless sodomite. Kneel before your God, Babylon!
You see, if you go and visit the very home of the Oscars, where they hold it each year, you can see a plaque on the wall that says the Babylonian Court. The camera shows you the stage, and you see an unmistakable Tower of Babel embedded into the design. Outside of the Kodak Theater, you have the gates to Ishtar, and you have Babylonian gods put on the outside of the gate. They have the exact elephants. They have the same exact gate of Ishtar. They have the same exact Babylonian gods over the top of the gates.
This reward is my God now!
I'm thankful to the Oscar gods.
The other names of the gentlemen are all gods as far as a category concerned.
When you get this little golden statue, you become a star. In the Egyptian culture, They also had a little statue that represented the god Ptah. And see, when an Egyptian king died, it was believed that his spirit went into the belt of Orion, and he then became a star. Up until 1999, the Oscars was held at a building called the Shrine, which was founded by William Florence and Walter Fleming, two high-ranking Scottish Rite Freemasons. Hollywood has long been interested in Freemasonry. Gene Autry, John Wayne, Nat King Cole, Duke Ellington, C.C. DeMille, Clark Gable, Walt Disney, Oliver Harding, you name it, the list goes on. Many celebrities have come out and admitted their connection to Freemasonry. You can see the checkered floor, you can see the archways, you can see the sun motif in the background. All of these are letting you know exactly who owns this organization.
It doesn't matter how good of an actor you are. I don't think the Oscar awards is given to anybody. You got to be in with the program.
You good with this? I trust you. You're warm. And a little nervous.
To have a girlfriend or a spouse that's a robot is diabolical.
This is the reason why you need to study symbolism, because they're showing you the truth in plain sight. If you turn Pepsi upside down, you get is dead. Then if you go to Aldi, if you notice on Aldi, you have the number 3, 3 lines, and it says all die. And this is a massive food shopping place in the UK. You need to read symbolism.
The Aldi logo might be a stretch, but the upside down Pepsi name took me off guard.
Exact alignment will happen in 2026 at Easter.
What will happen?
The star will, the alignment she told me about, that the star of Regulus would be on the horizon in front of the Sphinx. At that moment, it would be a new knowledge. Well, I had no idea if this was even possible, but these astronomers run it through the machines and it comes out that that star is going to come up on the horizon in Easter of 2026. And from that point forward, they started remote viewing the state. Government did. And now you hear it all over TV. 2026, that's the big date. 2027, that year, something's going to happen. Armageddon, you hear it all over. You hear it on TV. If you study, like I've heard even, well, I won't say names, but
please do.
Well, Lou Elizondo, right? Lou's mentioned that day. A lot of people have.
Easter of 2026.
The year 2026. I gave him a specific time, and it was with Robert Grant that I told him about this alignment and all, and he's like, oh my God, he's been looking for this ruby, this little ruby you have to find and place it between the paws of the Sphinx to make this event that he knows is going to happen in 2026. I said, Robert, it's not a ruby, it's the star of Regulus. He looks like, he's like, oh my God, it's the King's star. So what's going to happen, I don't know, but I think it's possible that's the return of
Christ.
Yeah. Or the lady and the whole heavenly host living with us, Jesus. That's the first time I've ever said that in my life, publicly. You're the first.
Starting December 16th, Meta will begin reading your DMs. Every message, photo, and voice note fed into AI for profit. Let's look at this video, and then we're going to get more into it, guys. We're going to get more into it.
Starting December 16th, Meta will start reading your DMs. Every conversation, every photo, every voice message fed into AI and used for profit. So here's how to stop it. Now, they make this intentionally difficult on purpose, and you can only do this on desktop. You cannot do this from the mobile app. So first, you're going to visit privacycenter.instagram.com, and it's going to take you to this page here. And what you want to do is you click on Other Policies and Articles, and you'll see where it says How Meta Uses Information for Generative AI Models and Features. Click here, and the third option is Privacy and Generative AI. You open this, scroll to the bottom, and you'll see it says, whether you use Meta products or not, anyone can submit requests related to their personal information from third parties being used to develop and improve AI at Meta. You click on Learn More and Submit Requests here, and this is the form that you want to submit. So you click this, fill out this information here and send this, and this is how you submit to opt out of Meta using your information to improve their AI services.
But that's not it, guys. That's not it. Let me just see if there's anything else right here. Yeah, actually, I'll read this because I just want you to understand how serious this is. Meta is rolling out a new policy that lets them use your private conversation to train their AI unless you manually opt out, which he just showed you how. That means every DM you've ever sent, not just going forward, but your whole history. Every photo, every voice memo, every private chat with friends, family, partners, clients, even messages people send to you. All of it can be fed into their AI models. And yes, they made the opt-out process intentionally confusing and desktop only, so most people won't do it. This video explains exactly how to stop it. If you don't do this, Meta can legally use every private thing you've ever sent to train their AI, starting December 16th. This is not a drill. Will you trust Meta with your private DMs? Now let's take a look at this one because it's not just them, guys. No. Good morning and happy Monday. That's when she posted it on December. Today. If you have a Gmail account, now is the time to check your settings. AI may be reading all of your emails. What did I tell you? I told you what's coming with AI. I told you this is a global domination. There is no place on earth they want you to be able to hide.
Usually we're able to opt in or out of services by selecting a radio button, but now we got to send a full application just to get a rejection back into our email.
Does the CIA listen through our phones and laptop cameras?
Yes. I hate to say it. There was a dramatic leak in 2017 that the CIA came to call the Vault 7 disclosures. Gigabytes worth of documents leaked by a CIA technology engineer. What he told us was that the CIA can intercept anything from anyone, number one. Number two, they can remotely take control of your car through the car's embedded computer. To do what? To make you drive off a bridge, into a tree, to make you kill yourself and make it look like an accident. They can take over your smart television and turn the speaker into a microphone so that they can listen to what's being said in the room even when the TV is turned off. God knows what else that they can do that hasn't been leaked.
Maybe 10, 15 years ago, that information would be classified as a conspiracy, but now that's common knowledge.
Okay, so there's a country that almost nobody talks about. It's called Turkmenistan. It is in Central Asia, and a lot of people have never even heard about it, don't even know that it exists, and don't recall ever learning about it in school. Now, this place has endless marble cities, about 7 million people in a population, and they have a burning crater that they call a door to hell. Yeah, the door to hell is a fire that's been burning in the middle of the desert for over 50 years that the government says is just natural gas, but no one is allowed to get close to it. Now, the capital is called Ashgabat, and it's empty. Quite literally like North Korea, like super empty, to the point where it looks like a set built for the gods. It's endless white marble towers, endless white marble buildings, and they say that they have this monument called the Monument of Neutrality that has a golden statue on the top of it that used to rotate to follow the sun. The capital holds the Guinness World Records for having the highest density of white marble buildings in the world, and they also have the Independence Monument as well as the Turkmenbasi Ruhi Mosque, which is one of the largest in all of Central Asia. Now here's where it gets interesting. In order to visit, not only do you need a visa, you typically need some type of letter of invitation from one of the government approved organizations. You can't just show up. They actually don't allow it, and they say there's only about 25 people who fly in every day. 25. It also states that the country is about 93% Muslim, but what's really interesting is looking into what religions they are not so friendly with. That's definitely worth research. And on top of that, this country borders the Caspian Sea, which is the world's largest inland body of water that most people have never even heard of. So from their fiery door to hell, which supposedly occurred in the 1970s in Turkmenistan when their Soviet drilling site collapsed, causing underground methane to burn until this day, down to all of their empty marble boulevards in the city of Ashgabat, it seems as if few people will ever get to see Turkmenistan with their bare eyes. One thing for certain is that this country is real, remarkable, and wrapped up in mystery, and the real question is, what are they really hiding behind those marble walls? Why is it that most people can't access this space, and could it have any association with Tartaria? Because when you look at the architecture, there's a lot that makes you wonder, what is it that this country has going on that it has so much secrets behind it? Let me know if you've ever heard about this place. If you haven't, save this video, go look into it, come back, share your thoughts. Per usual, this is all alleged. I'm just going based off what I see online, but whatever else I find, I will be back. Definitely don't want to misinform you, so I always implore you to do your research. Like, follow, stay for some more tea.
Is there more going on with Jelly Roll than just your average Hollywood glow up? It's something about his eyes. And I know a lot of you in my comment section are saying, well, you're posting a picture of him smiling and a picture of him not smiling, so of course he's going to look different. But what I'm seeing happening here is more than just weight loss. The light in his eyes is gone. I made this post on IG and it went semi-viral. It attracted a lot of attention and some that I wasn't expecting. Here's what I stated in the post. If you are curious, feel free to pause and read. And out of all the people who could have possibly reacted to this post, this account shocked me the most, which just so happened to be the account of Rick Ross. Now, why would Rick Ross be liking a post like that? So it led me down this rabbit hole of the numerous interviews that he has done on the Illuminated. Some specific details that they offer you in exchange for your talent. One that I found very interesting considering the accusations made against Jelly Roll recently. Listen very carefully to what he says here.
If I knew the Illuminati was gonna pull up to my house and zap niggas and you walk out to 100 million, sign me up. I'm all with it.
Now, I find it interesting that he mentions the word zap because that is exactly how I've explained some of these Hollywood celebrities looking after their before and afters. They just don't seem themselves, they don't look like themselves, and their eyes are hollow. But what I've also mentioned is the allegations that Ryan Upchurch has made against Jelly Roll. He's basically stated that he's being stalked and harassed, and a lot of people have turned against him. But in the midst of everything, he gets a visit, and he gets a visit from Jelly Roll, and he says something very specific that kind of correlates with what Rick Ross mentioned earlier.
BS, hey Jelly Roll, don't forget I ain't put out the whole video yet when y'all showed up to my house unannounced, making no sense. You have to roll with us, brother. They'll give you $100 million. I can help you, brother. Oh yeah, did I mention all this money that you're worth? And then you're like, well, how do you know this? And they're like, well, they were talking about it at the record label, brother. Okay, you realize, well, damn, I'm surrounded by these people. They're all in this room right now, like vultures. And listen to what the vultures are saying. We love you, brother. We want to protect you, brother.
And then you see him start working with people like MGK and Travis Barker, who are pretty deep in the industry and connected to pretty dark entities in the industry as well. Not just that, but you have the director of national intelligence in your comments section saying, praise God on your Grammy nomination.
I thought Jelly Roll was doing something real in the Christian circles, but looks like he took the wrong Ozempic pill and went down the wrong path.
Well, as we end things here at Funky Friday, when I say all together, Mr. Jason, we're going to say one love. When I say all together, we're going to say one love. I would have loved to have a question from the crew today with certain individuals, but that's going to have to wait.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
As we end things here at Funky Friday, when I say all together, we're going to say one love. When I say all together, we're going to say one love. When I say all together, we're going to say what?
One love.
All right. It's going to look similar like this. We got your camera, or my camera right here, your camera right here, our camera right here. It's going to be one finger, then we're going to add the pinky, then add the thumb. And when I say all together, we're going to say what?
One love.
You ready? Here we go. One finger. You got to do it with me, brother. That's just the sign of love.
Okay, so I hear you. Can I share something else?
Please.
This symbol is called Mana Canuno. It's a satanic salute as well. Google it. So for me, listen.
Google the sign.
Listen to me. Listen, Cam, listen. Son, listen to me. I'm saying that not to judge you. You listening? I'm saying that I can't participate in that part, but I can't say one love. I'm just falling in line with my own convictions. Can we reset, son?
Yes, I can.
Come on. You leaving me hanging?
Oh. But I just think sometimes
it's just a personal conviction.
I'm not trying to judge your personal conviction, but what I am also saying, you should consider the intentions. My intentions is not.
Okay, let's reset. I know your intentions are good.
Okay.
You looking at me, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm serious.
Yes, sir.
I have to follow what is in me. I've seen Satanists do that same salute. You can Google it. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't mean to you something different.
No, it is a universal
Love,
sign.
and that's awesome.
Love.
And that's awesome.
And I'm giving you love.
You know what you give me love through? This.
Okay. There you go.
But see, now, you know what's deep? Now I feel like, I don't want you to think that I'm like trying to be holier than thou. It's just, I used to teach classes on it, and I will, you know, it's something that I've seen. That's
I'm good. I promise.
So I know your intention is good.
I respect.
Because Cam, can I be real with you? Again, as soon as I shift, I got a side of me that I beat down so that I don't be disqualified like the scriptures say. So I gotta raise the bar for me. I don't put that on. I don't tell no one else how to live. But I know my weaknesses and I know my strengths. I play to my strengths.
Yes, sir.
That's all I mean by that. So you don't think Mr. Wilson got it all together. I don't. It's only together because of who I'm in. You got me, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. I just want to make sure. And I hate I done delayed the whole special moment and everything.
We've been on our outro for 20 minutes.
Let's go. Let's do it. And I'm saying one love because I got much love for you.
Say less.
And I can point in my camera.
No, you ain't got to do that.
No, I'm going to do that. No, see, listen.
Confused.
Listen. Huh? It ain't no confusion.
But you making it confusion. Because I didn't even know that was a...
That's called wisdom, or you got some knowledge you can just check out. The author of confusion is who? You going to say even now I'm making it more confusion. Who's the author of confusion?
I'm just trying to...
It's okay. We here now.
I promise you I'm good.
I'm just talking. Go ahead, let's close.
All right, here we go.
Let's close.
As we end things here, Funky Friday, when I say all together, we're going to say what?
One love.
Here we go. One finger, one pinky, one thumb. All together,
one love.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jason Wilson.
For Cam to not know that hand gestures used by Satanists is beyond me. That looked like the same creature that was on stage at Gunna concert.
There is a thing about a guy who used to work in the Navy in the 70s. They place an acoustic sensor device all throughout the ocean floor in the certain areas. This was to map the ocean floor, detect submarines, and find other anomalies and stuff. It says one of the contacts while in the Navy who worked on the ASW team who was responsible for monitoring the sensors and everything. They would discuss underwater submersible objects that detected that would travel at thousands of miles per hour underwater.
What are you talking about?
He said they also have detected various structures underwater that are active and that they stay clear of. And so those might be like volcanoes or whatever,
Okay,
but they're detecting actual anomalies
This came
underwater.
out recently?
This is a report from a guy that worked in the Navy in the 1970s.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was in the 70s? They were tracking this stuff?
When they placed the sensors devices in on the ocean floor.
That is so
Yeah.
cool.
So,
you know how you get stoked about space?
Yeah.
I get stoked about the ocean.
Well, those are probably like alien stuff. Though.
Yes!
Oh.
They're meeting.
Dude, the ocean freaks me out way more than space.
I have noticed that there have been a downward spiral with supermarkets as of late. Is anybody else experiencing this? Take this for example. As a produce manager, there is no way in hell you do not know that this is going on, y'all. Look at this. There's black mold at the bottom of the school over here, and then the water that goes down there, it gets recycled back onto your vegetables, man. So look at this. That's the water from the vegetables.
Bro, look at y'all produce at the grocery store. Look what's under it. Boy, look at all that black mold. The fan blowing. The moldy water all on your shit. Boy, look, Ace. Rinse it down with the mold water.
It sounds like that mold caught up with him working over here, y'all. Can someone please explain to me how is it possible for frozen food to acquire mold on it, y'all? Like, how is this possible? This is a frozen, what is it? I don't even know what that is.
Do not shop at Food Bazaar. I'm telling y'all niggas again. Why my dumb ass went there again to go food shopping? But look, brand new box. I just opened this shit up. Yo, this shit is crazy, bro. That ass, like, I'm about to go over there right now, and I'm about to tell these niggas about themselves. Like, what the bro? Like, it's the second item I done came across that got mold on it, bro. The first time, it was in the store. They got the strawberries, the mold in it. I sent my other posts, so I post that shit. But look, pay attention to the foods y'all buying from that store, bro.
And then this store in New York, y'all, the employee was caught spraying totally awesome all-purpose cleaner on the fruits and vegetables. What the hell?
Today at Ideal Supermarket on Pitkin Avenue in Brooklyn, I observed a worker spraying Awesome, the cleaner, degreaser used in bathrooms and kitchens, on vegetables. I confronted the worker and he told me that it was lemon juice. This is dangerous. It can kill someone.
So he's spraying it with lemon for you guys. With lemon. Y'all really believe that?
So we're just in Publix getting cereal and there's fucking on the shelves. Do I even get the cereal now?
Two of exposing grocery stores. So as I showed y'all before, what we do is called reworking. So we taking out the moldy stuff in here, throwing it away, and then putting it and saving some of it in here, or it go back on the floor. So, you know, you have stuff like this, nasty, moldy, throw it away, and then the rest, we put it, sometimes we put it on the floor, or we put it in this, and this becomes this. Cut up, sold for way more money. Same with the blueberries.
If one of them is doing it, then they are all doing it because they're all chains of the same kind. It's like nowadays, productivity has dropped down to zero. I see it, they see it, the managers see it, and they also know what they're doing as well too. Like nobody wants to work anymore, so why do you think the people in the supermarkets want to as well? But this right here is so dangerous because what you put in your body will also affect your mind and how you think. So what is the point of taking food safety classes and all this type of stuff before you work at a supermarket? Since these people don't do this anymore, y'all gotta start doing your own job. Y'all gotta start checking the supermarkets or you start growing your own stuff. But this right here is unacceptable, y'all. Let me know down in the comments below.
I don't think I ever wanted to be a farmer as much as I do now because what I'm saying is insane, but that's it for the video, guys. Thanks for kicking it with me. But before you leave, smash the like button and sub up. Let me know what you think about any of those clips in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.